Well, thank you so much for taking some time to speak with me today, Meg. I mean,
Oh,
like I said, I attended the premiere, didn't have the chance to speak with you, but you looked amazing. Now, I just want to get right into it. I know you've probably getting a lot of questions about the bond between you and Milo, but I literally love to see you both grow. You both have grown so much. You both have been friends for more than 10 years now. And I know you've mentioned in previous interviews when you were starting to audition for Addison, you and Milo were paired for chemistry reads, and ever since the first one, they just kind of kept you both together. I mean, how has it been like being able to work with Milo up until this point?
it's been so incredible. Yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, we were paired with other people and they saw us talking and decided to pair us. So I think like our natural chemistry and who we were as people and as friends, like I think kind of showed through that. And they wanted to see that. So it was like that was just really cool that it happened like naturally in that way. And just throughout the years, like we've grown so much together. We've seen each other through so many different phases of our lives. Like we started when we had just turned 16 and then now like we're turning 25. So it's like just so much life and so much growth. And just to have him by my side through all of it has just been really cool. And I feel like we've learned so much from each other and we've just grown closer and our relationship has just grown and yeah, it's been really cool. I think um especially now that there's like these new kids and we're like almost like mentors in a way, even though they don't need our mentoring because they're rock stars on their own, but just to be in this position together and watching all of them go through what we went through and it's just been like a very unique experience that is just yeah, it's super.
Yeah, definitely full circle moment for sure. And that was something else I wanted to touch on. And because I love In Zombies 4, and for those who haven't watched it, definitely go watch it. But I love how you guys incorporated Ain't No Doubt About It. It was such a great scene for many reasons because it definitely gives the viewer a glimpse of how beautiful New Zealand is. Because I know there was no green screen to that, all of that was real.
I
And just
know.
the intimate moment Milo and you have, and it's beautiful to see that. And the tap dancing was a great addition as well. And like you said, it's kind of passing on the torch, right, for Nova and Victor to kind of tell their story. I mean, what did that moment mean for you to just be able to not only shoot that scene, but knowing that it's basically closing the chapter for you too to open the opportunity for Nova and Victor?
Yeah, I think it's something that, I mean, never in a million years on Zombies 1 would we ever expect we'd be here now. But I also think it's a really unique experience that not many people in our position are able to have, where you can actually like pass the torch on, but then like actually be there for it and like watch it happen in real time and be there to support the people coming into the franchise. It was just like just it taught me so much about just myself and about Milo and about the just everything. It was just really cool. And ain't no doubt about it was really special because essentially that song in the script, it was before they wanted it to be a reprise, even before they were like, oh, maybe we create like our own song, or maybe it's just us like literally saying vows to each other. It was
Mhm.
basically us saying vows to each other of being like, we're gonna be together forever, like almost like an engagement or like a marriage
Right.
of some sort. And the musical director, Steve Vincent, who's just like a genius, was like, wait, he was listening to all the songs and he was like, ain't no doubt about it, without the little ad libs of like, but we're only 17. Um,
Mhm.
basically saying vows to each other. And so just knowing that and basically Zed and Addison being like, we're gonna be together forever, like we're essentially like getting married. And um it was just such a special day. It was so cool to be there with Milo. It was so quiet and so intimate. And it was just like, and then to like run off with Chandler and like Kylie into the sunset, it was just like a really, really magical moment. And I will never forget it. Like it felt so special filming it. And it, like, I'm glad that it captured that on screen as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think the storytelling, the storyline is beautiful. It's so beautiful, and I think the way you just described it and the way it was demonstrated on the film was definitely the perfect way to really just end it off and hand over that torch. Now, I want to connect something with Zombies 4 that I noticed and kind of to intertwine it with your music career. Now, I know I was looking at different interviews you had been doing recently, and I saw that you had mentioned in Zombies 4, Addison is finally no, she's not in an identity crisis. She's finally comfortable with herself, and I love that because immediately I thought about your music because your EP Dying Art, I love it for many reasons, but because you're very vulnerable and you take the time to speak your truth and you're comfortable with yourself. And I'm curious to know what gave you the confidence to really pursue music and take the opportunity to tell your story because music is a whole other avenue, and I know you've mentioned it's kind of it's I'm sure there's a little bit of hesitation that goes behind that, right? Because there's a lot of backlash and you've talked about imposter syndrome. So I'm curious to know what gave you the courage to go about that route.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for saying all that. Yeah, I honestly, I am like right now, like literally the past week, I've been like, I mean, I just turned 25, so it's the perfect time to have.
Yes, last week. Happy late birthday, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate that. It's the perfect time to have a bit of a quarter life crisis, but it's not really negative. It's just more so of like, what do I want to do from here? Like, Zombies 4 came out and, that chapter is kind of closed. And I'm just like, what do I want to do now? And I feel like for so long I've been in this industry and doing things for myself, but more so for other people or what I think they're doing because that's a whole other can of worms. But I think just being like a child actor in the industry, you're more so just you're trying to be good and go with the flow and easygoing, and you kind of start saying yes to a lot of things that maybe you don't want to. And I feel like I've done that for a while. So I'm like, what do I want to do? And
Hmm.
I think with music, it is very vulnerable, but also so freeing at the same time. And I think that's why with Dying Art, I was like, I just want to, whatever I do, I just really want to be honest. And I think if you're honest and you're telling your truth and you're being vulnerable, like you can't lose because that's honest and people are always going to relate to that. And yeah, it's been like a wild journey. And I think I grew up a theater kid, so performing on stage is something that I've always wanted to do. And in all this reflection and trying to figure out what I want to do, I know that being on stage is like where I belong and it's what fulfills me the most. So, yeah, I think music is just daunting because you can't really hide behind anything. It's just you, like
Mm,
your name is your brand and you're
right.
building this whole like empire on like social media and all these things. And that's really hard for me to put myself out there like that. But yeah, I'm just like figuring that all out right now. But that was a really long answer, but
No, I love it.
talk
I love
about it
it.
for a while because it's like literally I'm like in it right now. But yeah, thank you for saying that. And that's why
Yeah.
art's so special to me because it's
Mhm.
like, yeah, just so vulnerable.
Yeah, no, and I appreciate your response because I'm a huge advocate for mental health and just the self-discovery and like finding yourself and
Mhm.
mid-20s. I think that's definitely the time to really find yourself, right? And especially in the industry that you're in, I think like you said, it could kind of be daunting to really put yourself out there. It's the brand, and I kind of wanted to correlate it with your character Addison because,
Yeah.
she's finding herself, but then at the same time Meg is also finding herself, right? So it's like mirroring each other, which I think is really beautiful to see. Now, since I have one more minute with you, I have to ask. I know you're a huge coffee lover like myself, and I
Yeah.
find it so funny. Yes, I had mine this morning. I had it a little bit before I came to this interview. But something I love that you say is that you go to the coffee shop to girl boss, which is having to lock in and do the work that you need to do, which is something I love to do. Now, as a coffee lover myself, what are some coffee shops in the LA area that you would recommend I go try?
Ooh, there's so many. I really love La Mille in Silver Lake.
Okay.
That's a really good one. I just think like their food and coffee is just like solid. I think what other cafes do I like? There's a
Okay. If it three's tough, maybe two. This one, maybe one more.
Yeah, I'll do one more 'cause of time. Yeah, there's one in Studio City. There's this like it's called Civil Coffee. And
Okay.
they don't have like much food options, but the coffee is so good. Like if
Okay.
you're looking for like a quick like run in, grab, go,
Yeah,
um, it's really good. But I love like strong coffee.
me
So
too.
if you're okay, you do. Okay, yeah.
Yes, I'm like, I need to pick me up, so a strong coffee is the way to go.
Yeah. Those two.
Perfect. Okay, noted. I will definitely try those out. I mean, it's summertime. I'm gonna go grab my coffee. That gives me an excuse to go grab my coffee now. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Mike. It was so nice talking with you. I hope to see you in future interviews and future carpets.
Thank you
But
so
you
much.
have an incredible day. It was so nice talking to you.